guys, this is Destructo Kitty here again, and we are playing more the Stanley Parable. So, last time we got two endings. The upright wrong ending and the follow him. So now,
Walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going downstairs instead of up. Upstairs was where the boss's office was, so downstairs will be something else.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all
that
a
makes sense, a dream.
Oh,
sounds realistic.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy
That's the least of your worries.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying. Began to gently float.
I was like, why am I moving up? Durr.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
I normally have a voice in my head.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah.
After all, he knew for certain
How did that
beyond a
car get
doubt
in here?
that this was in fact a dream.
There's no
Did
way
the voice
to...
not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he
Go
could
crazy, apparently.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
No, I'm not.
Normal.
I mean, yes, I am
Everything will be
normal. I'm
fine.
completely normal.
I am okay.
I am okay. Nope, I guess not. Well, that sucks.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. So I guess I am crazy.
Didn't even have a single minute to just
So I
let
remember the code,
narrator
so I just
talk.
clicked it in.
That kind of anxiety
Don't need him to
isn't
tell
healthy,
me.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Oh, this is actually a little calming. Let me just bob my head. Meditation. Oh.
Feeling soothed
I was
and
enjoying that.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
So this time, I'm going to take, I believe, the escape route this time. So last time I went to the mind control facility, so this time I'm gonna go try to escape and see how that goes and what the different ending is.
Stanley
No,
walked straight
escape,
ahead through the
please.
large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Wait. What? How? Is someone gonna kill me?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I guess I go down to my death? Am I gonna go splat? I can see that happening. Splat. Well, that probably just broke my legs.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What? Oh. Well, maybe.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Narrator Lady. You're much nicer than the dude. Even though he's got a good voice. Oh, just in case I forgot the game I was playing, the Stanley Parable. Do I just go forward?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Probably nothing. Or just kill me, most likely. What? It's like a...
When every path
museum?
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Hey, there's the office.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Someone's using their Windows background. Oh, look. One option.
See how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I don't need no one, Mel.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squish. Squishy squish. Squish paste. Well, I think that was a good one.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
Don't you know you
left.
made this game? Wait, what? Oh. Are you sure? Okay.
Oh,
Are
no.
you kidding
No,
me?
it's to the right, my mistake.
See, now he's just...
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, hold on for a minute, please.
I think he's just fucking with me right now.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Trusting you, man. Scared. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just had to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
You sure?
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Okay.
From the top.
Oh, okay.
Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Do I have
did
the
you
power to do
move the
this?
story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the
Exactly,
story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Story.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Was
Do we
a
just-
story.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Story. Are you here, Story? Are you still hidden? Hello? Let's...
Okay, yeah, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Story.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh my gosh. Story. Hello? What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
I
know you put in
wanna.
a lot of hard
I
work,
know.
and it really paid
No,
off.
I
So,
didn't. But thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh no.
You like me. You
No,
really
I
like
don't
me.
feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Wait, are you saying I didn't win fair and square?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Another one. Another one.
All right,
There we
I've
go.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
You think we're gonna
Just
get
follow the line. How
lost?
simple is that?
What? I'm good.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line
No.
from now on.
Those lines are just coming over here and taking our jobs. Taking our jobs. They took our job.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Oh, okay.
Though, here's a thought.
What?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
Wow.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative
happen?
experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Dude, you're
Hang on.
getting way too
That sounded
philosophical.
weird back there.
I don't know
Well, I'd like to
philosophy enough to
apologize.
know what the heck you're
Sure
talking
where I
about,
was
dude.
going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, that's better. That fits with my IQ. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 What? What the heck, line? Dude. Line, dude, you're drunk, go home. Hello? Oh, that's cool. Okay, Line.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
I was enjoying that music.
Stanley,
Oh.
this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, so it's green, there's a little brown, and it's leafy. Gotta remember that stuff. It's important. Okay, let's go back. What, no more music? Oh.
Wait, what? We're back
What
at
happened?
the office? No. Line, you do know we're
Yeah.
looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Yeah.
The story?
That
Is any
line
of this
is very
ringing a
drunk.
bell?
No, I guess not.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
Yeah.
trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Again. Well, it's just gonna actually do its job.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
No.
Why can't we make up
think
our
so.
own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, you're such a rebel. I guess. Yes.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
You don't want to know what's in my imagination.
Oh, no, not you again.
The heck?
Stanley,
How did that happen?
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. You should be fine.
It's like a high school student all like, we don't need that line.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay. The confusing ending.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Narrator
wall.
restarts game. 7th restart.
Who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
But you write the game, dude.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I wouldn't trust that.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
I guess so. Okay, well, I guess with that, we're done for this episode, and I will see you next time with more endings of the Stanley Parable. Thank you, guys, and good night, I guess.